this is a hands up hand history review of my deep run in the Mad Monday main event from almost a month ago. Well, like it was like 3 weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
So it's gonna be really cool, a really good opportunity to like look back at a lot of the hands that I played, and like just actually see my opponent's hands.
So
First hand we play is Ace King here. Okay, hold, stop. So I could see just the flat here. If we four bet here, and I mean if we four bet and get and just get piled on, it's kind of like throw up. So I could see myself just flatting here. But what do you guys do? I know you see the cards and stuff.
yeah. I mean, it is hijack cutoff. So it is.
It's not hijack cutoff. It's low jack. It's actually under the gun. Versus.
Oh, you're under the gun.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
under
I
the
thought
gun.
you're the blind. Sorry.
And he's in the hijack.
Interesting.
And I probably in this spot just go for the flat.
Wait, so how did action go before this?
So
Can you rewind that? Sorry.
Yeah,
Totally.
'cause
so we opened 2.5x. They
Mhm.
3-bet, not quite 3x, and then a cold call. And like I
So you
think
4-bet.
I think part of why I 4-bet was because of the cold call, because of the extra money in there, you know, that I think is just dead money.
Right.
Because their range here in under the gun in the cutoff is like super capped. Like
So
if they had like
where are you putting him in like sort of like his hand range?
who the cutoff?
The flat, the the cold.
I think they have like suited broadways. I think they have like pairs up to like 9s or 10s,
Mm-hmm.
maybe jacks, and that's like
That's it.
that's it. Like,
Yeah.
um,
And then are you putting the initial guy? What are you putting him on?
I mean, he's uncapped. Obviously, he can have
Right.
jacks plus. He can have, ace queen, ace king. You know.
Suited
Yeah.
connectors and shit.
I
So
mean,
you're more
yeah,
afraid of
maybe,
his
maybe.
hand. You're
Yeah.
more afraid of his hand when
Yeah.
you 4-bet.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
if you 4-bet and
Well, I guess
You're
on
5-bet
Bovada they're
on.
not. I guess on Bovada they're not really 3-betting suited connectors and stuff
they're not
like they do
they're
on
not,
ACR.
They're not. Yeah. So like if like they're just not that good of. They're not that low
Right.
Yeah,
player
yeah,
really.
yeah.
they're few and
yeah,
far
yeah.
between.
Yeah, so like I'm expecting this to be pretty strong in general.
Yeah, I'm not mad at the 4-bet.
I mean, yeah, I think a 4-bet is like okay, but like
I think flat's fine too.
I think flatting is preferable because I just think we have a big edge. Like, and this is a big tournament. Like, I don't want to. I
You
don't
want
want
to bust early.
I don't want to bust early. I don't want to like. I want to fucking
Yeah.
win, man. I want to like
Yeah.
press my edge to the max and win this tournament. Not like get in some big flip or up against the kings or aces like super early, and like,
Right.
and be like okay like derp.
Yeah.
So I kind of like a flat here, and just taking a post flop. I don't really know.
If you flat here though, you have to play super tight post, right?
I mean,
'Cause a lot of
but we
your-
have a hand that plays very well post. Like
Yeah.
we're just gonna find a lot of boards where we dominate our opponents, and we
Yeah,
keep and we
you
keep
can smack it really hard,
Yeah.
and they're gonna be repping what you have.
exactly. So and yeah, and we just like
So
It-
as played though, you 4-bet.
I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but so I guess in retrospect, you would like to see a
Oops.
flat there.
In retrospect, yeah, I would like the
Yeah.
flat. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So we did 4-bet and they called.
It's a pretty good flop.
You think it's a pretty good flop?
Yeah.
You know, like, I could bet here. I could bet here like 2K or like something like that.
Yeah.
But like
You're gonna have to be willing to burn that 2K though.
exactly, and we don't have a
And-
spade. We don't have a spade, which really hurts, man. Like
Yeah.
not having the spade here, like if we have the king of spades here, we go broke.
Right.
Like we're just gonna bet call.
You mean get it in good?
Get it bet call. Yeah. But as played, like I think checking here is preferable. And when they do 3-bet call our 4-bet, I think they just do have a lot of like ace queen is like super optimistic for us to expect them to have here.
Yeah. So you're gonna check call flop here.
I'm gonna check the side. Like I want to
Check
see.
the side,
I want to
yeah.
see what they do.
Okay.
Like if they bomb it, I'm like not. You think I'm not check calling?
Right.
Yeah, because they called your
What if
four-bet,
he bets,
so that
like-
it's very likely that they have a lot of pairs,
What if
like
he bets,
higher
like,
pairs.
two-
It is.
Okay,
It is
that's
very.
what
It's
turned
very
out.
likely they have like tens or jacks here. That just didn't want to fold. Didn't want to fold. Like.
What do you
they're like-
think? What do you think his like turn sizing will be once you check?
I mean, but dude, like, like this is Bovada, man. Like,
yeah, you're right.
like
You're
you
right.
could just see anything from like one chip to like 7,400, 74,
Right.
74, yeah,
So let's
to like
see
all
what you
in.
do.
Like
See what happens.
checks through, and that actually makes me really happy.
Right, because they don't bluff.
Like,
Fish don't bluff.
yeah, I just think we have the best hand now.
Yeah, very much so.
I think we proceed by like betting now. Actually, like somewhere around 2K. I think is the play.
Yeah.
What do you do here, Dibs? Like,
I think I go check. I really do.
you think? I think you do that against a good player. I think you check,
Right.
but like
Against
these,
the bad player.
against these
I think
doofuses, though.
You can just I
Like,
think you can block
like-
for value.
Like I
and
think,
then-
yeah, I think they bet like all their better hands on flop.
Yeah. Yeah, he would bet like
Jacks and tens and like
stuff,
deuces,
like,
yeah.
stupid stuff.
Yep.
trying to protect from those spades.
And they would have
Yeah.
if they had a set, they would
And-
do that same thing.
Yeah.
Sevens, yeah, eights.
Yeah. So like we have to think super exploitatively.
Yeah, but he could have like eights without a spade. I don't know. I think sevens. is
Eights
always
without a
better.
spades bets though, I believe, because like
They don't want
Yeah.
to use the other spade.
because like if you had the spade, I think you'd have more impetus to want to check because you have
Yeah.
you have more equity and you're not afraid of turn cards. Like,
Right. I don't know. Yeah, so it's. I mean, it's very hard to come up with what they're checking behind that's better.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I figure we bet.
Yeah.
And okay, we checked, and they bet. And okay. Yeah,
Oof.
yeah. I actually think
Oof.
I think this is nitty. I think this is really nitty.
That's tough.
I think our read that
But that's us talking about it, not.
But that's because I think it's because you 4-bet and he called, and you're just like, what the hell did he call? And ace
Yeah.
queen. Why would you ever think he called your 4-bet with ace queen
yeah.
off suit?
Mhm.
Like, why would you ever think that? Like,
Yeah.
so I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. That's, I mean, and because of the 4-bet, that's the only reason that I wouldn't even bet that flop. Because honestly, I would bet that flop, and I might be wrong, but I would bet that flop if it wasn't 4-bet. Like, because I would still think I had the best.
I can't believe you didn't bet this flop. Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you
That's-
not?
yeah.
How do you not
If
bet
it
this flop?
wasn't, yeah, if it wasn't 4-bet, I would be thinking that I bet, bet there because I saw
Yeah.
the hand.
Yeah. I probably.
Do you think he's betting there because he thinks he has the best hand now?
Yeah.
Yeah. And best draw.
Yeah. I think he thinks both. I think he just.
Because he's not, yeah.
Because you double checked.
He doesn't think I have.
So he must have the best hand.
He thinks I don't. He doesn't even think I have ace king here.
Yeah. And, yeah.
And
Oh,
honestly,
okay.
it's like when he does bet, like that's why I bet here is because when he bets, it's like it's still like a precarious situation. Like if we see a spade on river, like then what do we do? Like like how do we proceed in this hand efficiently?
Yeah.
But I think we walk through it enough to where we would go with flatting the 3-bet,
Yep.
and then
And then like if he bets flop here, we probably just ditch it.
right.
But if it checks through, we probably check
So
call.
we
probably
have-
check call. We probably check call turn though, in that hypothetical situation where if it checks through,
Right.
where
So
if we
as
flat,
played, we got like a tricky situation because of like a pre-flop mistake.
because of our 4-bet. Yep.
Yeah.
hmm
So we bloated a pot out of position in a spot early when we should be kind of pot controlling.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
Nice.
Raise up, queen jack suited, 7-8 suited.
That's a good play, man. Come on.
I mean, we bet. Wait. Versus these people, I think we should be betting though. We fold out. We fold out worst pair. We fold out lower pairs. We fold out hands like this.
I think, yeah.
I think.
I think we had
I'm
queen
betting
jack.
that.
I
I'm
think we
betting
had
it.
queen jack of clubs. I think
Yep.
it would be a check call.
Yeah, I'm
but-
betting that all day.
Yeah, I think this is a mistake.
Yeah. You just let them,
Mm-hmm.
because they know to bet aces. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fish, they're like, oh, if they check and an ace comes, I'm betting. You know, like
Yeah.
that's just standard like fish mentality.
All right, next hand.
Very cool.
Oh, aces at the min raise, and we're gonna defend, getting like 4-1, 5-1. Actually,
10-10-2. I don't see it. Oh, damn.
they bomb it. I mean, I kind of feel compelled to call here because I don't really think I have the best hand at the moment.
Right.
But like we do have backdoor flush. We can make 2 pairs.
He
trips.
doesn't have like a straight here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
You're not like calling, being like ever. You're up against. I feel like
An overpair.
some of the
a lot.
time over pair or like a flopped draw.
Mhm.
Lulls, these guys just limping aces and shit. Ugh.
So yeah, do you think we call?
Ten.
Turn 10, and I think we start leading here now.
Yeah.
Exploitatively, I want to lead here. Do you guys know why?
Because they
Because-
check back here a lot.
They check back this turn so much. Yep.
Yeah.
So cool.
And I kind of like going like 4K or like something big here. What do you guys?
Yeah.
What do you guys do?
Because you feel like he's never folding because he has an overpair or something.
Do you just jam ever or no?
Yeah, I mean sometimes, yeah.
Because I mean,
Especially-
if you're gonna go 4,
especially
like, why
'cause
are
they-
you leaving 16?
Especially because they saw us. Especially because they saw us 4-bet here, and they think we had a bluff. You know,
Right.
like,
did you 4-bet? I missed that action.
like ace king hand, yeah.
Oh, never mind. Okay, I
Yeah,
was
so
like,
they-
what the fuck? I was like, why are you
people- if-
4-betting 10 deuce?
If people
okay.
are paying attention at all, they probably
see.
think we had a bluff there with.
I was gonna
Right.
say I thought this was a limp pot, so
And
I get it.
to be honest, like a 4-bet there is a bluff with ace king.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying. You know what I mean? Like to them,
Yeah.
that's a bluff. Like they only 4-bet like
Aces.
aces and kings.
Kings.
You know what I mean?
Not even queens.
So like ace king offsuit, they see that and they're like, wow, he plays ace king crazy. You know, like
Yeah.
he plays everything crazy.
Yeah, we potted it.
Yeah, potting's not bad.
Like we ensure that we get paid this much.
Right.
Like some people will fold to like 5K here, you know? Like,
Right. That's the crazy part. Is it's like, why would I leave myself 2K? But it does get called more if you just pot here.
Yep. Right. We ensure it's like a sure bet. Like
Right.
I'm
The 5K gets a little dicey, even
Like,
though
if I
maybe
don't-
long term it gets more.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think this long term gets more money just potting it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm getting paid here.
I might be way wrong, but yeah, I think 35-20.
Like even though I think they should be folding here a lot, I'm pretty sure I'm getting paid here on this bet.
I think so too. Let's see what happens. All this for a fold. Nice.
Next hand.
Nice hand.
What do you do here, Fallon?
Well, it's under the gun +1, so I'm really honestly probably just flatting.
And we're like a bazillion big blinds deep. I really like it. Yep, we're suited. We have a really playable post flop hand, and we're gonna be able to tango really efficiently. I like it.
This is like never a 3-bet.
Yep,
right?
never a
Yeah.
3-bet. Never, not in these positions.
Yeah.
And not versus opponents who are just lulls.
Right.
You know, like if this is God
They
forgive,
do so much
if this
stupid
is
stuff.
if this is God forgive 714 on ACR, like defo put in the 3-piece, you know.
R.I.P. But yeah, definitely versus fish for sure.
Yeah, definitely just flatting here. And check and fold.
Right.
Or raising?
You going like 3x, 4x?
No, just like 2.5x or min raise.
Yeah. I like it.
Like I min raise a lot. Like
I 2.5x. I just
I
like getting the pot a little bigger.
I think I adjust my sizings.
Yeah.
When I'm like more than 100 bigs deep with people, I tend to go just 2.5x.
Right.
But then when I'm not that deep, versus fish, I min raise. Versus other good opponents at my table, I'm 2.5xing.
and that might be an issue.
What do we do here, Fallon? Oops.
Yeah, of course you bet.
And why do we do that?
Well, I mean, you could have the best hand, first of all, and also, I mean, you are the pre-flop raiser. It's
Okay,
a board that you're
okay.
continuing on all the time.
So let's not think about that though, because we only need to think about that when we're up against good players, right? So because when you're saying that we're the pre-flop raiser and we're betting this flop texture a lot with our bluffs and stuff, you're thinking about our range. When we're playing against fish, we don't need to think about our range, right?
Okay.
So why else do we want to be betting here? Like what is the impetus here for wanting to bet rather than check?
Also to, I guess, build a pot.
Okay, build a pot. Well,
Uh-huh.
okay, what else? There's something really important here that we're missing.
Yeah. The fact that you're a pre-flop raiser, the fact that you have the best hand, the fact that you want to build a pot,
okay.
I really don't know what we're missing.
We have a pair of sixes here.
I mean, you're protecting your. Yeah, I mean.
Yep. What do we want to do against? Say this.
Deny him equity.
Yeah. Say this small blind has ace jack of hearts. Right. Or
yeah, we want to deny him equity from hitting an ace or jack on the turn, or
whatever. Ace of spades on turn is not a great turn card for us, right?
Right.
So A, we want to get value here. We want to get paid. We want to build a pot. We want to also deny equity from our opponent's holdings. We don't want to give a free card to, you know, ace jack off, ace jack of hearts, whatever. Even though some of the time they do hit their card and it's our card really, because it's a diamond.
I'll also say you kind of want to play your high equity hands versus the fish too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like a bigger pot, like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like-
that's what I'm thinking when I'm saying that. And then also, like, I guess whenever I'm saying you probably have the best hand, that's in my head that goes hand in hand with denying them equity. If I already have the best hand right now, I don't want you to get the best hand.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
'Cause I think at worst here we're what, like when he's flatting the small blind, you know what I mean? We're betting at what, like 40%, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
If
like,
he has a king,
exactly. We're really good. We have really good equity no matter what here,
and we're gonna be in position.
and we're gonna be able to make better decisions. The later streets that we go.
Yeah, if he like check raises us, we're cool, you know? Like,
Yeah, like continuing, obviously. Yep. And like, you know, if they have ace jack of diamonds here, like, great, you know,
right.
like, let's tango, because we have you dominated, and it's really hard for you to win.
Yeah, people will overplay the nut flush draw too.
Right? Yep.
So
Yep. They will overplay
I do
it.
it.
They will
I
overplay
do
it
that.
in spots that they're not supposed to. Like here, you're not supposed, like in this small blind shoes with
Yeah.
with ace jack of diamonds, you're not supposed to go broke.
right, but fish are yeah, fish are fish.
This deep, you're not supposed to go broke, but fish are fish, they will.
Yeah,
I still do. I still do sometimes.
Yeah, I've read in a book that getting in with a nut flush does not too bad.
Abdul Brunson said, "Get it in with the nut flush, man, and just live with yourself." So okay, so yeah, definitely like betting here. I think half pot is just fine sizing when we're this deep, and unfortunately we get no action. So we didn't play this hand. We folded. We folded. This actually should be an open. This should be.
I don't think.
This should be an open at a table full of fish. This should be an open. When we're this deep.
Close.
When we're 150 bigs deep.
I think with Annie's, I think you could, yeah, but that would be not as deep.
Yeah, I
But-
think potential would say a min raise.
I've been
Yeah.
opening shit like that on Bet Online for a while. Like,
Like
from low jack.
he even says potentially even says under the gun.
suited
No
queens,
way.
suited
Yeah.
queens, kings, jacks. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been
potential
doing it.
potential.
If it's like
when
a
you're super
fishy,
deep,
Dude, potential at World Series of Poker this year is like the Super Turbo or whatever,
yeah,
where they're like 300, 400 big, like 400 bigs deep to start. He opened 8 deuce suited under the gun, and stacked a big fish, and called a 3-bet actually with that hand,
yes, he did.
Yeah.
He called it
and called a 3-bet and stacked him on a deuce X board
that's crazy.
for infinite.
Yeah.
So like.
You can open wider. Especially if it's like a fish field.
So like what he says in regards to hands like this and hands like 8 deuce suited and why you're opening that under the gun and stuff.
But you would
Is
never
that- is
open
that-
this on
Is
ACR.
that so? Okay, just let me go on my tangent.
Yes,
Alright,
thank
so,
you.
So like, why he wants you to open that and open this in this spot is that like, it may not be profitable pre-flop, but it's
Right.
definitely going to be profitable post-flop.
Right.
Okay,
That's what, yeah.
because we're gonna A, have the initiative, B, we're gonna be able to make better decisions post flop than our opponents, and C, we just want to play as many pots as we can with fish.
And you potentially get priced into their like stupid 3-bets that aren't big enough
Yeah,
and actually bloats a pot.
Yep, and you can just like play efficiently against your opponents and make better decisions than them, and win more money than they can
You're potentially risking small.
when you get coolered, you're not going to give them chips, but when they get coolered, they're going to give you all their chips.
You know, and you don't have to cooler them as hard either to get more chips out of them.
Yep.
See, and that's the thing. Like I have realized that I need to make an adjustment, like between ACR and Bet Online, like where I can do things like that on Bet Online, and do well. Like there's just a better field of players on ACR, and so I just need to, like, I guess, be a little bit more careful on whenever I'm doing that and against who.
I can definitely see doing this on Bovada, but on ACR,
they're consistently
depends, like,
3-betting and 4-betting.
Like if this was like a $200 on ACR, I don't think it would.
Yeah,
be...
no, I
Right.
wouldn't be either. But if this is an $11 ACR or 22
Right.
ACR,
Right.
I'm definitely doing it.
Right,
And I would want you to do it too, Fallon, for one reason, not necessarily because you're great post flop, and you're gonna outplay them post flop.
It'll make you better, though.
It's yes, exactly. It's your learning process.
Well,
Calls. This is King Jack off, cold
Yeah.
calls.
Yeah. Hey,
Is-
man.
Is 9-3 off gonna come along? Hey, I'm getting odds,
Right,
man.
yeah.
I'm getting
Bryson.
400 to win
Bryson,
1400, 3-1, man. What more do you want from me?
You can get in with any two thing priced in.
I know, right?
People will just believe you.
I just had the right price. You know, like I stacked myself, but like I had the good price. Like, what do you want from me?
All right.
So
Yep,
we come
so
along.
far, so
We
good.
come along too, obviously.
Easy decision.
Check, fold.
Right. Yeah, see, like that hand takes like no review time because it's everything's so standard in it, right?
Mm-hmm. And we fold here. It's fucking 3.
He min clicked it too. That's a good
Oh,
play.
hey, do you think he has aces?
You never know, man. I'm so surprised.
Oh, and he calls a 3-bet too.
I want to see how
Is
this
he
plays
gonna
out.
win-
If he
is he
puts him
gonna-
on ace king.
Yeah, I know. Oh,
Oh wow! What a play.
what a play, man! What a hero.
I think we're losing money by not doing that.
I think this is a 3-bet squeeze spot.
Yeah, not 100%, but I think a percentage of the time.
Yeah, I think.
I don't think every combo of ace three. I
No.
think if you
I think.
choose like that.
Well, potential might say otherwise.
You think every potential ace three?
In the small blind, like our squeeze range is going to be like offsuit aces, like offsuit broadways, king jack, king queen, jack 10, and then obviously our value hands. So
Where would you put then ace 10 offsuit? That would be like a prime candidate.
I mean, yeah, I think you squeeze here too. You could even flat, even profitably, like being this deep, and like, I mean, it kind of plays too well. Almost, it kind of almost even plays too well, like to
So
even.
what's the objective here of three? So it's like a 3-bet bluff, like
Yeah.
then we're kind of like playing it from there.
Yeah, proceeding and making life really difficult for our hands, like king jack off, ace 4 suited. Like, what are they gonna do?
Yeah, especially
Like-
if they haven't like tightened up their range yet.
And they don't know who we are, and they're just not capable of understanding
Or
how to
bet
play
bluffing.
how to play back. Yeah. So like that's why it's super nice here to put in a
Yeah.
squeeze. Make it like 1400. Like, what sizing do you go?
I would go 15, but you know, I usually do deep. I do like 4x, and then for every out of position player, I do an extra big whatever the bet is. You know what I mean? And then in position, I do half. I add half. So if like let's say I was big blind,
Mm-hmm.
and the small blind flatted, and I decided to squeeze, I would add like half of 300, so it'd be like
Okay.
1650. I don't know. I that's just
Okay.
the math I use.
Okay. What
So you
size?
go 14.
Yeah. What sizing do you think potential would say to go with aces here, Fallon?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like, I
I
I
think
don't
you.
know.
I think
I
you'd
don't know
say.
what the other. I don't know what the other guy in. I know like three betting is basically 3x, but like with the other guy
Like
in there, it would
with
feel like
aces, you'd say like 900 here if the button wasn't involved here. But with the button involved, you'd probably say like 1100. Like,
So
okay.
like
you would change sizing?
yeah, dude, just being super exploitative, man. Like that's
Yeah.
like these people just are fucking chubs, you know, like
No.
scrubs, chubs, whatever.
It's
Because
more
I
to
know
do
he says
something
to
stupid
go.
too.
I know he likes to go 3x with his strong hands and then 4x with a bluff.
Right. Like we can be super, dude. You can open up the fucking playbook, man. Like when
Yeah.
you're playing against scrubs, you know, like.
Yeah. You know.
And that's his approach too, is that you just assume these guys are scrubs until they prove you otherwise. Okay, so we
Right.
played this hand as well. And I think the only play here is to flat. Um, could do stuff. Backdoor straight, backdoor flush. Uh, we'll check raise here with a 4 sometimes, and maybe a queen sometimes, and maybe a pair of 5s or something sometimes. So I could see either. I probably prefer just the fold, but we could do stuff. But yeah, we did just fold. I think folding is the superior play there.
Yep.
Any
Nope. I don't think. I think if you float there, you're asking for trouble.
yeah, I would. That's why I would just check raise if I'm gonna do anything there.
Right. Right. Or if you check raise, you're asking for trouble too. I feel like early. I just
Yeah.
feel like early. I
Yep.
don't think the chips
Yep.
are worth it.
Yep. Okay, we're gonna go here.
You can find way better spots.
I think flatting here is completely fine.
you guys are
We're not afraid of getting squeezed behind,
right.
and we can play a pot in position. It's worrying me, but I'm not going anywhere yet.
Right. You can improve still.
And they bet again. I think we just fold at this point.
Yeah, especially after dry texture, and he still bets twice
Yep.
against 3.
Yep. Okay, we played this hand as well. 8-5 suited. Get flatted.
Oh, you got shoved on.
It's actually not a bad hand. Backdoor nut. Backdoor straight flush. Man, so backdoor straight, backdoor flush. And
I don't
and
think it's worth
I think
bluffing.
into two people. I think if there isn't the all-in guy, I'd probably bet here just
Right,
because
right.
just because our hand is like we have a high here. Like
I think if there was no all-in, I think it would be worth doing.
Yeah,
But with
yeah.
with the all-in,
yeah,
I
it
don't
looks
know.
like I bet here anyways though.
take it down. Oh, you're valuing
They
my
both
dude.
call us. But hey, we always get the
Nice.
nuts 7 of hearts
That's one
and
reason
go
why we bet.
3K.
Nice. That's a good bet.
Yeah, give us the money. We beat
Those-
5 high.
And you scoop.
We beat
And
5
there
high.
it is. And there it is. The fish are afraid of that big and giant bet that you put out there. They just snap fold.
Yeah, they don't want this. I figured we'd get everything but a queen here to fold too. You know?
Queen's in a tough spot.
And even a
One
queen is in
queen.
a tough spot, yeah.
Because you could easily have a set of 4s.
Hmm?
I feel like you're doing that with a set of 4s too.
See, and this is why this is a good hand to c-bet, because we're gonna get turns like this. You know?
Yeah.
Like like if we
I
had
think you give up on a brick though.
if we had like if we had like I don't know, like if we had 5 of hearts, it's actually not as good of a hand as this. Like,
Right.
uh,
So like,
which
let's say the
which is
turn was a
weird,
3 of
but
clubs.
uh-huh.
You just, what are you doing? Like, get check 2?
I'm probably just giving up.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't really think it's our once we get called by 2 people and we don't pick up equity. I think it's just BU to continue. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
So, but yeah, we pick up the nut turn, and bomb it and take it down. Give him the
Again,
old FU bet.
And scoop.
Yes, sir. And we're gonna go to the next hand. I think we should have opened the 8-9 there too, but we didn't. Gonna defend in our big blind. They bet. We could continue. Could check call. Could check raise a very small percentage of the time, and then folding also is a really good option. We just opt for folding. What do you think about that, Dibs?
I think with, well, in this hand you have 2 cleanouts, but I think with 4 cleanouts, I would probably peel with the gutter once.
Mm-hmm.
It does suck that we're out of position, because I feel like if a 6 does peel, it's very easy to put us on 4-5. And, like, he's usually, like, if you're raising a king on, like, a king-high board from an early position raise, it's saying that you can beat a king. So, I guess you don't get paid as much, so it's not worth maybe peeling out of position.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm cool with the fold.
Yeah, I think it's fine. So we're gonna skip a few hands, actually. And we go to the Jack 4 suited. And it goes, and we're definitely gonna be just flatting here.
Yeah, I think you guys are still deep enough.
Mm-hmm. It's the old potential range. He actually wants us to flat here pretty wide when we're a little bit more deeper than this.
Yeah,
But the fact that it's multi-way, definitely flatting. And
there is a guy that you are 55 effective with. You know what I mean?
And we just give up.
Yeah.
And of course, the ace of diamonds doesn't bet on flop.
Lols.
Trap.
And they raise turn. I wonder what they have, man. You think he's bluffing?
That's funny. That's funny.
He's
like
gonna
a perfect
fold. You should jam on him. He'll fold.
8-6 of diamonds.
Yeah, we could have bluffed with the 8-6 diamonds. That would have worked. And we'll go to
You have to have one combo to bluff with if you're gonna.
we'll go to one hand. This is a hand B1. We're gonna this is gonna be the end point.
Okay.
But we have with us today we have Fallon, aka FDA1 on Twitch, twitch.tv/FDAW and the number 1. And we also have I Got Dibs on Twitch. Do we have a link? Do we have a URL for you?
No, man. I just watch. I'm a watcher, not a streamer.
All right. But good friends of the stream, my girlfriend Fallon, good people, and I hope everybody got really good. I hope people learned something from this session today,
If not, had a good time.
Yeah, if not, had a good time, right? So we flat button here. Actually, I don't know if you would do this, Dibs.
I'm cool with it since you guys are like you're like 50 deep. It depends on if he's a fish or not. I probably would 3-bet.
I would assume he's a fish.
Yeah, if he was a fish, I'd probably like the 3-bet, like small. But
Like 1,400, 1,500.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
just to kind of isolate.
I mean,
But I feel like King Jack doesn't play well.
Honestly,
you're
like
gonna get called by the blind.
I've gotten to the point where like like yeah, I used to always 3-bet here, but
Yeah,
but
you can mix it.
I just think in position here, I want to play versus this opponent, and
Right.
and
And that's
like
100% if you flaunt.
and yeah, exactly, and I think I'm just gonna be able to make superior decisions here, um, and we have like a decent holding, like to be in position against them, 50, 60 big steep, and
Right.
so I wouldn't make a habit of this. I wouldn't recommend this for like my students to be like doing this. But I myself make exception from time to time, uh, especially in spots where like I'm just going to be able to show more profit post flop
Like you're
versus.
not making money pre doing
Yeah,
this.
exactly. I'm not making money pre, but I'm going to be showing massive profit post flop. Um,
And we'll
and
see why.
yeah, we'll see why. So we flat, flop a king, easy. Call. Um, what do you do here, Fallon?
I bet. I
Yeah?
do.
What do you go?
Yeah.
What do you do? What do you size? If you bet, what do you size?
I'm sizing like half pot.
And why is that?
Because like I still want like ace eight to call or jacks to call or
Uh-huh.
tens to call
Yep.
or
Yep.
whatever.
Yep. You're thinking
If I
about
bet,
their
if I bet,
range.
if I bet
Yep.
too big,
Yep.
then I'm gonna scare them away. So
Yep.
I just want to go like
Yep.
half pot.
Yep. So we're thinking about their range. That's really important. Is to just always focus on when you're not playing against really good players or sickos, like we're just thinking about their range and like what does their range look like when they bet this flop and we call, and then they check this turn.
It looks like they have ace eight, tens, nines, like.
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
Or give ups and whatnot. So like you could go half pot. You could go even smaller. Honestly, what sizing do you take your dibs? Do you check?
No, I don't check.
Okay.
I'd probably go like 1100.
Yeah, I think I like it. 11 or
Yeah,
12.
yeah. I was gonna say sometimes I'll hit the half pot and then I'll like click down a little bit.
Yeah, I think we went too big here, but
Oh,
we still
okay.
got a call, and I think it's
Because I like to go smaller turn and then bigger river.
I think we can
That's
still get.
why.
I think we can still get value. What do you think, Debs? Do you think we still get value here? Like,
Yeah.
you
I-
go
I-
you go like 3K, 2K.
See, since he went like 1500 on the turn, I would probably go like 36.
Yeah, that's what I like. I like it. We went 2K. I think we could have squeezed out a little bit more value here, and he does call 2K.
Yeah,
And-
I think 2K is fine, but I think 36 gets paid
Yep.
just maybe not as often, but more
Yeah.
often than 2.
Yeah.
Enough to
Yeah, I
profit
think
more.
somewhere between 2 and 3.6 is like the sweet spot.
threshold. Yeah, if you go, I think like 4K, I think it's a little too much. You're getting a little
But
too.
you're but you're talking about like getting paid, but then also, I mean, if he has the 8 and he fucking like raises you and you have to fold, then you've just lost the minimum as well.
Well,
So,
I
mean,
think
there's that too.
I think if you go small, you induce more,
More
Bluffs?
bluffs, more bluffs. Yep.
Bluff.
and you don't want. I mean, I think stacks. If you bet 2K and the guy shoves, and you have 6K behind, like how often do you feel like you're going to be good? So, I think like if you get bluffed off there, it's really tough. While the 36 doesn't get bluffed, and like I'm getting like this is value from him.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
So like the
Yeah.
2K can kind of reverse mindfuck
Yep.
you into making a
Yep.
bad decision.
But if God forgives 714 is under the gun +3, and and we're in the spot versus him, I'm definitely want to bet 2K to like induce him to check raise, check shove me,
Right.
because I know he'll think of it as thin value, and check shove thinking he gets me off of a king here sometimes. So like, so like you'd play this differently against a reg,
Right.
a good reg than you would maybe a fish.
Okay.
So you know, like
There is, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely opponent based.
dependent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do I get the fish to call me? How do I get the
Right.
reg to shove on me?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Right.
you get reg owned sometimes too, you know what I mean? You know, it's fine. It's fine to get reg owned.
So yeah, guys, thank you all for thank you both of you for joining me, and this will be part 1 of the series. This will be where we end, but we're gonna look to do part 2 again sometime next week, guys. So thank you for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and hope you guys have a great weekend.